Resilience pretty much just means that in the face of any sort of downturn in your life, whether personal or somebody else, you just kind of push through and keep it on.
To me, resilience is about the ability to move forward. I think that it means that in the face of anything or a variety of things, that you are able to move forward in the best way that you can.
When adversity happens, you're able to bounce back. You're able to understand that yes, this is a very difficult time in your life. This is a very difficult period. However, by using tools that are available, you can then bounce back.
I was in a long-term relationship with somebody of almost 5 years. I ended that relationship just before our 5th anniversary, and that was really tough. I had to learn how to be really independent for the first time in my life. I'm probably a very proud person, and I don't like asking for help. And there were a few times where I had to go to my father and ask him for help when I really, really didn't want to.
I have a lot of mental health stuff that I deal with. I did have like a complete breakdown, which was not super fun. And coming back from that was really difficult. Part of it is because like our mental health system does not enough. And they kind of help you in the moment, but the resilience factor isn't there, and so the moving forward part doesn't get dealt with. Dealing with that was hard because I didn't really truly understand resilience until then, I don't think. I always figured like I was the kind of person that could bounce back from stuff, and then when it becomes just one thing too many and that skill disappears, it becomes a lot harder.
I did not know how to handle stress. Even during exam time, I would get really violently sick. It's because it was the type of stress that came at me and I did not know how to look after myself. My support systems were a few of my friends. My family did not even know that how severely depressed I was.
I probably would have defaulted on a number of loans or bills, or my credit probably would have been ruined. And there would have been the potential of, maybe losing utilities.
I don't think that anyone can do most things without a support system. I don't think I would be here today, frankly. I think that at several points in my life, but most importantly when I had that breakdown, that the support system literally kept me alive. And it was interesting in that case too where I got support from, because it wasn't always the places that I really thought I would.
Suicide had crossed my mind. I'm grateful that I had the foresight to go to see the psychologist I was at Mount Royal.
I think the most common knowledge about food banks is that they are there to help people be able to eat, which is a core life necessity.
There's a little bit of misinformation. Like one of the few things I do know about the food bank is that most people don't go there like long term, right? And I think a lot of people go, well, I don't want to start being that person that's going to have to go there forever, when it's really just supposed to help you through the rough patch.
Having resources like the food bank to help somebody in their time of need with something as simple as just eating, that can be a huge relief to somebody, especially when they're really struggling financially. We kind of take for granted being able to eat, I think.
I think being able to offer like a more holistic, well-rounded support is really important, because if you really only address one thing, it is a Band-Aid, right? It's like that old saying, like if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat forever. So instead of just giving you the fish, then they can teach you how to fish. I think that it's important because a lot of the time, if people are facing food insecurity, like I feel like for most people, that's coming from something else, right? You don't have a secure, happy, functional life and just not be able to eat. So being able to have people that are there to support, job hunts or education or housing or any other number of things that could be useful in then alleviating the food insecurity, I mean, it makes way more sense, because then you don't just put a Band-Aid on it and watch someone walk away to whatever they're facing.
My role as a coach, I have met so many people who have got to that point, and I say, can I share with you something? I have accessed the food bank, and there's no shame there. It is what you need to do at that time. I have been through a journey, and I would like to share that, wherever your journey takes you, it's okay. You can be resilient. You can rely on wonderful sources and wonderful people that are around to be able to help you in your journeys.
Everybody struggles, and it's never something to be ashamed of to ask for help when you need it. And places like the food bank, they're not going to judge you, because that is what they're there for.